Hello, beautiful people. Holy shit. May energy, am I right? It's wild. Tonight, one of the things I want to talk about is this idea of people pleasing. It's one of the things we are clearing in the human experience. People pleasing is rarely for the soul's best interest, but for the ego's best interest. And it's really based on conditional relationships. Because you do the pleasing not out of unconditionality. You do it because you want something in return. Even if you're a selfless people pleaser or you let everyone go in front of you, because that's still doing something for you. It's giving the ego the identity that you're a good person. You see this play out a lot in the Catholic communities, in familial communities, in school communities. And the thing is, it's not inherently bad or wrong within itself, but the unspoken contracts, the unspoken, I'm doing this for you, I'm pleasing you in exchange for this. Now, what if the person that you're doing something nice for, people pleasing for, doesn't want to give you what you subconsciously want from them? Or what if they give it to you, but you enter this cycle where it doesn't feel good to you anymore to give from condition, even though they're giving you that thing? These are questions a lot of people are going to be answering in the coming year, in the coming decade. So, can you be transparent in your relationships? Number one, have compassion for yourself and the relationships you have currently, that you're currently in, but can you start moving step by step to a place of transparency, and from a place of when you do something, you actually want to do it. And you can let go of that part of yourself that thinks you're unworthy or incapable of receiving that thing unless you give of yourself. The tit for tat, that's what we're collapsing. That's the energy we're dissolving in this human experience. We're at the beginning stages of doing that. So can we see that we are worthy of receiving without having to tiptoe around people and bow down to them if we don't want to? Totally different thing if you want to do something for someone with no expectations, with receiving nothing in return just because it feels good to give them that thing. But again, we live in this world where on the surface a lot of people seem very, very nice. A lot of businesses, their marketing is so welcoming, so opening. Oh, I'll do this for you. Sure, I'll do this for you. Oh yeah. Oh no, you should do that. You're a strong young boy. You should hold the door open for that young lady. All that kind of shit, guys. Again, nothing inherently wrong or bad about it. But I promise you, if you're a people pleaser and you're a people pleaser for a long time, it's going to take a toll on you. It's going to take a toll on your health, on your body. You're going to manifest all kinds of disease, cancers, all kinds of shit. Your relationships are going to feel lackluster because they're not authentic. There's hidden contracts, there's hidden expectations and conditions, there's terms and conditions on your relationships. You're coming from this idea that you're lacking in some way, so lack's going to be a part of your life in some capacity, And again, there's many ways to unconditionally give. Just because you don't like holding the door for someone, or physically caretaking someone who's sick, doesn't mean that you don't like to give in a different way. Some people's giving is singing. Some people's giving is making a business. Some people's giving is making food. It depends. But again, it's about finding the things that we want to give unconditionally to people, so that we can let go of having to people please, and realize we get to have the things that we want without being disingenuous about it, and just really being connected to our worthiness, and realizing we can just ask directly for what we want and give freely without needing something in return. I hope this helps and makes sense. And again, as things kind of intensify as this year goes on, and they definitely will in May, moving forward this year and the rest of the decade, it will bring situations and experiences out that illuminates these conditional relationships that have kind of been under the surface, but because there's so much light and so much consciousness coming up on the planet right now, they're not going to be able to hide it for much longer. So take care, guys. Have a wonderful, beautiful Thursday night, and I will see you very soon in the next video. Also, if someone says that you need to get the vaccine because it's the unselfish, selfless thing to do, they don't understand people pleasing. They don't understand codependent relationships, what they are. If you're asking someone else to do something for you and saying that that's, by them doing it, it's selfless, but by not doing it, it's selfish. By you even asking anyone to do anything, let alone, God help us, inject anything into their body and into their bloodstream, that's actually the selfish thing, because you're in fear and you're afraid of catching something or getting sick and experiencing uncomfortable emotion or sensations and things in your body. So the selfish thing is not people not getting the vaccine. It's shaming people and asking people to get something injected into them that they don't want to get into them. It's that simple. Let's not get it twisted, because again, we live in this inverted world where people are saying it's selfish to not get something into their body, when it's actually selfish of someone else, because it's not about, you know what I'm saying? It's not about, they're not thinking about the person who they're asking to get it. They're thinking about themselves. Peace.